going to share some AP audio with you. Mayor Johnson, let's go Brandon. Brandon Johnson, Mayor City of Chicago, he has gone ahead and said he wants to cancel the Shotspotter technology. And we're going to talk in the next segment. We're going to talk to retired CPD Lieutenant John Garrido Jr. about this. The city of Chicago was spending $8 million a year on the Shotspotter technology. Brandon Johnson figured out that we could save $8 million, which I think is going to cost us $100 million. We could save $8 million. And then he has this other initiative where he wants to spend $17 million of city funds on, quote, black and brown businesses to feed our Venezuelan friends. Audio from the AP.
Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson says the city is not renewing its Shotspotter contract. The system relies on an artificial intelligence algorithm and microphones to identify gunshots, but it's been criticized for inaccuracy, racial bias, and law enforcement misuse. Chicago's $49 million contract with SoundThinking expires Friday. The city plans to wind down its use of the Shotspotter technology by late September. Johnson campaigned on a promise to end the use of Shotspotter, putting him at odds with law enforcement. Police say the technology puts officers on the scene of shootings much faster than waiting for 911 calls. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And the AP says that contract's actually $49 million. I was getting an $8 million figure from somebody else on this station, and who knows. But anyhow, the Shotspotter technology seems to be well worthwhile. And Brandon Johnson, he ran on that kind of defund the police thing. So here we are. This is what defund the police looks like, folks. Not only do we have the Cook County State's Attorney and statewide politicians, and they'll say Democrats, that's where it came from. Don't want to get too political, but statewide, our governor and our friends who aren't in Springfield came up with this no cash bail thing now where you just get out of jail free. We don't arrest people unless they steal $1,000 worth of merchandise from Walgreens. So you could go to, say, the Marianos, and you could go steal $999 in groceries and not even be arrested. And then if you are arrested for stealing $1,000 of groceries, you get a little catch and release thing from Kim Fox. And now you can shoot folks in the city of Chicago, and the Shotspotter technology will soon not be available. So just what a mess. So after the break, we're going to talk to retired Chicago Police Department Lieutenant John Garrido Jr. and get his comments on this. You know, something I did the other day, Andre, when they announced this, that Mayor Johnson wanted to cancel Shotspotter, I texted John Garrido and I said, hey, does Shotspotter work? He said, yes, it does.
I mean, why would we use it up until now if it didn't?
Yeah, so then I said, hey, let's get you on the show. One of the things, we'll talk about it with John, but one of the things, if you remember Adam Toledo, I believe he's 13 years old. He was shot by a Chicago police officer because he was out gangbanging at 2 a.m. His mom thought that was okay. He was an accomplice and trying to hide a gun. He ran from the police down an alley. Then he quickly turned on an officer, and we're supposed to be amazed that he was shot dead. So that's happy news, Andre.
Yeah, and I'll share one other thing. I have a friend that's actually training for EMT, and he's down on the south side. And there's a lot of other people training with him, and some of them are medics in the Army and other branches. And I was like, why are they in Chicago? He's like, oh, well, this is where some of the most gunshot wounds are in the nation. This is where they go to get their training.
So DOD is sending active duty soldiers and maybe Navy corpsmen, whatever they're sending them.
Yep.
To Chicago Fire Department to get trained for with EMTs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now we want to cancel the Shotspotter.
And I heard, who's the guy? He was Rom's police chief, Gary. I can't place his name now. He was saying, some neighborhoods where they have a lot of gunshots, the residents don't even call in the shots because there's so many. And Shotspotter is used, and Englewood was one neighborhood he mentioned. Shotspotter is used to alert the police when people don't call the police too.
Right.
And also it's more accurate than people just saying, I think I heard it over there. It's Shotspotter will tell exactly where the gunshot was.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that it was that accurate, location-wise.
Well, Natalie and I used to live in Dunning, and I would hear, I don't know if it was firecrackers, gunshots, I don't know what it is, and I couldn't quite tell what the direction was sometimes, or you can, they say the Shotspotter, we'll ask John Garrido after the break. I believe I've been told it could sometimes reference calibers of firearms. We're also going to talk about, after the break, we're talking about Get Behind the Vest and tell you about a pancake breakfast that's going on this morning in West Beverly. You can still make it if you leave now. Just keep the radio on. 847-474-3888. Get a free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? You can get that by texting the keyword KIT. Andre, we just recently fixed the text line. We didn't realize it was down for 3.5 months.
Yep, you can now get it. So
text the keyword KIT, K-I-T, to 847-474-3888, and you'll get a free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? You can also call 847-474-3888, and the operator will go to retirementdecoded.com. At retirementdecoded.com, you just fill out a little bit of info, and we'll get you a copy of my latest book for free, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? More after this.
How will taxes and Social Security affect your golden years? Find out by calling Scott Tucker and his team today at 847-474-3888. That's 847-474-3888.
Uncle Sam, as there may be additional tax considerations.
Now's a great time to put together your retirement plan. Call Scott Tucker and his team today to get started. 847-474-3888. That's 847-474-3888.
And we're back. Welcome back to Retirement Decoded with Scott Tucker. I'm your host, Scott Tucker. Happy Sunday. AM 560, The Answer, WIND. Keith Conrad is not at microphone number 2. Keith is off this weekend. And so is Julie Foley. But we have Associate Advisor Andre Hootie. Say hello, Andre Hootie.
Hello, Andre Hootie.
What's new in Andre Hootie land?
Not much. I've got to say it's kind of been a slow last couple weeks. Just getting ready for spring. I'm
slow in your personal life, not slow at the office.
Yeah, it's been busy at the office.
Yep. And here we are on Sunday, just putting in another day of work. We have our special guest in this segment is going to be retired Chicago Police Department Lieutenant John Garrido Jr. Say hello, John Garrido Jr.
Hello, John Garrido Jr.
There you go. Second time on the show, so you've got the hang of it. John, I got a hold of you the other day when it was announced that Mayor Johnson wanted to cancel Shotspotter. Easy for you to say, John. I went ahead and got a hold of you and said, hey, does this Shotspotter really work? And you said that it does. Can you tell us a little bit about how Shotspotter helps the police?
It does work, and it's frustrating when they try to manage public safety by via politics. ShotSpotter, the way it works is the company policy is when there's loud reports in an area and the device picks up that sound, their goal is to determine and identify if they believe that it's actual gunshots or some other loud noise, fireworks, backfiring car or something. Their goal is within 60 seconds to determine if it's real gunshots, and if it is, then to get that out to the police within 60 seconds. On average, they've been doing it in 25 seconds. And since they started ShotSpotter, it's been going up every year, the amount of calls per year. I think it started off the first year, there were around 38,000 calls, 38,000 incidents. Then it went to 41 and 42. I think we were at like 43 or 44,000 in 2023. So you think about that, that's 43,000 times that they were able to get a call out to the police on average of 25 seconds that there were gunshots in an area. And another stat that they don't put out there is that 78% of those reports that we're getting to the police from ShotSpotter do not coincide with 911 calls. So put another way is people are not calling 911 about 38,000 of those 44,000 calls that ShotSpotter is sending the police out there. And the reason for that is because gunshots and gunfire has become so normalized in these South and West Side neighborhoods, especially, that they're not calling anymore. So that's 38,000 times that ShotSpotter sent the police to an area where 911 wasn't called, and then whatever percentage of that time, they've either caught an offender, they've found a victim who was shot and got them medical attention, so maybe it saved their life. We don't know. But at the end of the day, it's sending the police to a location where they wouldn't have known to go there otherwise.
Wow. That's something else. And it's also, if you think about it, it's actually more efficient than calling the police. If the ShotSpotter program, because there's so many gunshots, even if everybody did call, even if you had 44,000 phone calls, it'd be better probably not to and have the assistance of the ShotSpotter and kind of that automation or semi-automation there, wouldn't it?
Well, it is, and technology improves every year, so it's only going to get better. And again, because people aren't calling because they're just so used to the gunfire, they're not calling anymore. So this is getting the police out there to a location to possibly catch an offender or to at least recover evidence that there was actual gunfire here, and possibly find a victim and get them life-saving treatment. The other frustrating thing about all this is they put out stats to downplay it. They'll say, well, only 9% of these actually produced evidence of gunfire that was there, and only the state attorney, I think, put out saying, well, only 1% resulted in actual arrest. Well, what they don't tell you is that's 1% of 44,000 incidents. So how many people are we talking about? Is that 400, 410? Over 400 people were arrested thanks to ShotSpotter.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm good with that. And what are they worried about? Well, it's a $43 million contract, and we don't know that we're getting our money's worth. Well, first, you can't put a price on any life that was saved as a result of ShotSpotter. But two, how much are we spending? And again, not to make it super political, but the migrants. I think $275 million last year. We're budgeted for $150 million this year, and they're worried about a $43 million contract that actually helps and assists in public safety.
And I think they say the cost per shooting victim is just the medical costs are easily $1 million. So why wouldn't we want to fight the gun? Why would we got to stop creating more gunshot victims? That's another huge financial cost besides the loss of life.
Right. And another argument that they make is, well, by ShotSpotter, it's sending the police there somehow. We're additionally amped up because it's ShotSpotter. Okay, so we only get amped up when ShotSpotter calls out a call, but we don't get amped up if 911 call comes out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're responding to a call of shots fired, whether it's ShotSpotter or a 911 call. It's exact same response. You've got officers that are trained, and if we're trained properly, we're giving a good response and going to get out there the same way we would no matter how it comes in. So why wouldn't you want something that's going to be putting out this high number of accurate calls?
Yeah, what police officer would go to a scene with report of shots fired and not be amped up?
No, right. But I mean, when I say amped up in a good way, but they make it sound like, oh, they're coming in guns a-blazing. No, we're responding to a call, and they want to. I think this organization that's been fighting against it, some activists, put out this list of names of people that were killed after a ShotSpotter alerted the police. Police responded, and then there was an interaction, and then there was a police-involved shooting, and then the person died. One of them was the Adam Toledo case, right?
Mm-hmm.
14 years old. Tragedy, absolute tragedy. But ShotSpotter didn't kill Adam Toledo. Crummy parenting killed Adam Toledo. That's just a fact.
He was out gangbanging in the middle of the night. His mom didn't think that was a problem. Then he was out as an accomplice.
Correct. He was out there with a 22-year-old Latin king. And the reason why the ShotSpotter alerted was because that offender shot 8 times at a passing vehicle. Now he missed, so he didn't get anybody, but the officers that were responding were right around the corner. Not right around the corner, but they were close enough. So when the ShotSpotter alerted, it put them on scene quick enough that they were still there. The adult apparently handed the gun off to the kid, and the kid ran. But what people don't realize is officers are responding. You see 2 subjects. You don't automatically, we're not RoboCop, and we see their ages are identified when we pull up. You just see 2 figures, right? And they're running. You get the description. One has a gun in his hand, and it's not until he turns with the weapon and then you fire and shoot, he goes down. And now you realize, oh, this is definitely a young kid. But the age is not a factor. He got killed because he was running with a gun in his hand, and he was out at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was. There's other factors. It wasn't because ShotSpotter is getting people killed.
Yeah, he ran down the alley with a semi-automatic firearm, and he was told to drop it. He's told to stop, and he waits till he gets to that fence. He throws it behind the fence and quickly turns in a fraction of a second. Now, when you play it back in slow-mo, now you can find fault with the officer. In real time, there's no way you find fault with the officer. That officer has to shoot the kid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that they're getting rid of this. The city wastes 10 times that amount on other things. It's a valuable tool for the Chicago Police Department, and it's going to be a significant loss for sure.
I should mention you're listening to Retirement Decoded with Scott Tucker. I'm your host, Scott Tucker, AM 560 WIND. Get a free copy, ironically, or maybe not, of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? You can get that at retirementdecoded.com. Just go to retirementdecoded.com, enter in some information, and you'll get a free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? You can also get it by, Andre, we fixed the text line. We didn't know the text line was down. You can text the keyword KIT, K-I-T, to 847-474-3888, or you can also call 847-474-3888. Call right now, right after the program, and the operator will go to retirementdecoded.com and get you a free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? We're talking to retired CPD Lieutenant John Garrido Jr. John, thanks for sharing all the information on Shotspotter today. What have you been, in your retirement, what have you been keeping busy with?
I've been keeping busy. I'm a lawyer, so I've been staying busy with that, doing a lot of real estate transactions, some trusts, and probate, things like that. And then, of course, my wife and I have our Garrido Stray Rescue Foundation, our animal rescue, and that's been keeping us pretty busy. Are you looking for a dog?
we already have a rescue. We can only have so many.
I've got you here. I've got several that need homes right now. I've got a couple German Shepherds and a little French Bulldog mix.
The way things been going in the city, you might want to pick up a German Shepherd. Now, John, how would folks go about that?
So they can, for the rescue, they can just go right on to Garrido Stray Rescue Foundation on Facebook. We do have a website, GarridoStrayRescueFoundation.org, but we're most active on Facebook, and that's where you're going to see the animals that come in that we're looking for homes for, and we're always looking for foster homes. So anybody that wants to help out, that's a big help to hold on to these dogs until we can find a home for them.
And that's how my fiance Natalie, that's how she found Little Forest. It was on Facebook. These rescues are awful crafty with their use of Facebook. Like, hey, this poor dog.
There is a good side to social media. At least the use for the animal rescue has been amazing.
Yeah, I want to mention one other thing. There's an effort from the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation, another charity we support, and they wanted us to let you know there is a Get Behind the Vest pancake breakfast this morning, and it is in West Beverly. So it's going to run till noon today. It's at the St. John Fisher Cane Hall. Now, probably a better way to tell you where this is. It's 102nd and Washtenaw. It's 10200 South Washtenaw. It's a Chicago address. It is in West Beverly. Pretty safe area, safe-ish for the city. Southwest side, where a lot of police and firemen live. Go ahead and get to the pancake breakfast. Tickets are only $5 per person, or $25 feed the whole family. And Matt O'Shea is 19th Ward Alderman. He's been helping out with this effort. So get behind the vest. If you can get to 102nd and Washtenaw this morning, get yourself a pancake breakfast and support Get Behind the Vest in West Beverly. Well, retired CPD Lieutenant John Garrido Jr., it's been good to talk to you. Thank you for your insight on ShotSpotter. Now that you're retired, you can tell us where the bodies are buried in the straight dirt and how the system does work. The ShotSpotter system does work. I appreciate having you on the show today, John, and we'll have you on again.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Retirement Decoded with Scott Tucker. I'm your host, Scott Tucker. 847-474-3888, 560retirement.com. More after this.